yards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for gone. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Goff. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Returnable for Lockett. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 34-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 33-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson, they set up the screen to Penny. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson, he'll find Metcalf. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st down, Wilson. Flush to his right. And that's incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10.
again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Now an option play on 2nd down.
And he's got room. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
From the shotgun, Wilson eluding the pressure right. Open is Wilson. He's got it. Touchdown, Seahawks. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Seahawks 21, Rams nothing. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken about 7 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now the 6-year man from Texas, this is Malcolm Brown.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
The ball carrier.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he's going to have a Rams first down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
That's good.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Goff now looks to throw. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6.
Goff now looking to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Brian Burns able to record his 5th sack of the season.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Just beating the play clock is gone. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26. 3rd and 19, no problem as they're able to convert.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now a first down throw. Gone. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example. Another incompletion.
Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. It's intercepted. It's Clinton Dunbar with a pick.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where is he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey.
3 brings up 2nd and 7 at the 9-yard line.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts this. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Goff on first down. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
That's another Rams first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll run on first down. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Goff now to throw. That's taken in by Henderson. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
First down, Goff. Being chased out left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
On first down, it's gone. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the Seahawks' 32-yard line.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. Flushed out right. And this is incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
From the gun on 3rd down. Goff. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And the Rams are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
5-yard line.
They'll run here with Akers.
breakaway this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
Again, it'll be Akers. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. 3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. Here's Akers. They try and run. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now Sam Sloman is on. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this a quick slant to Lockett. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by John Jackson. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. The interception was a good starting point, but still a huge hill to climb with his 3-score deficit. And time faded. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 3 yards to gain there, second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 on the Seahawks' 18-yard line.
Goff throwing again. They find Henderson there. It's complete. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down.
If I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Throwing again is gone. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Looking for Woods that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They'll look to run with Akers. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Stop. The play lost a yard. It's now 3rd and goal.
Here's Goff. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. The quick slant caught. A great open field tackle that's going to stop it shy of the goal line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they hope to polish things off, and what a run they are on as they try to turn a 6-game win streak into a 7-game win streak. That gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
By John Johnson. 2 yards on the
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Second and 8 coming up. Oh, Wilson going to throw. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar.
You circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. They set up the screen to Penny. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Complete.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, a give to Penny. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Play action. It's Wilson. He lets it fly for Rocket. This is caught. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. They'll get this one to Cobb, complete. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. Big play there, Goff to Cobb. And even 60 yards. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. A shotgun snap for Goff. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
That's good for an LA Rams.
So the victory here for Seattle. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Seahawks, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8.
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I turn the knob, camera system incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it basketball. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I whipped the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, yeah, when I hit that. I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these odds ain't got nothing on them. I secured the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Only winning is exception on my cool. Yeah, ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, yeah, when I hit that. No, but I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. Yeah, more action and no talk, I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him.
I don't be with me so basic. Boy, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the gold place. And if we pulling up with the whole squad, are you ready? They told y'all that you better be running. I'm in my go yard. When I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man. Suck it if y'all in denial. I get the chip on them and I bust out the south side. Is that big of the guy? Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, young. Hey, I don't know no better. I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me.
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he powers his way up past the 30.
McCoy, the ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Well, just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
A gain of 4 yards.
Brady now on first down. He sets up the screen to Jones. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady will set up the screen to McCoy. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd and 2, Brady. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
At the Chiefs' 33-yard line.
Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game?
We're scoreless after 1.
First quarter with no score.
Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Buccaneers 7, Chiefs nothing.
Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
45, Mike, 45. Let's get it, MT. Select. Switch.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Bell, the ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Mahomes now to throw. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, 28 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Jones with a nice gain there on first down as he takes his forward and call it a pickup of 6.
At the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line.
An 8-yard pickup First down, Buccaneers.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. A nice run there by Jones on first down as he'll wind up getting about 5, so 2nd and 5 coming up. 2nd and 5 now. Brady. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
Brady's
and this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
46-yard line.
Throwing is Brady on third down. It's a slant to Gronkowski. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Brady. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Tyrann Mathieu there to make the tackle.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Brady throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll make it 3rd down.
A lot of times, just that first read that you have, maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Open man has got one. It's complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Jones. They find some open field here. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker
locker room. An onside kick attempt. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Now, tie game. I don't think anybody in this building, including you or I, was expecting that.
No, I would agree with that totally. I didn't expect to see it at all, but I kind of like where they were going with this. You know, as you said, tie game, trying to steal a possession, steal an advantage, and you told your defense at the half you were going to do it, which also told them that you had confidence in them in case it failed, as that one just did.
And now you've given good field position here to start the third quarter.
Number 26, Lady.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Buccaneers' 38-yard line.
45. Mike, 45. I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
They'll go again with Bell. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 33. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The leading rusher for last year's national champs, LSU, it's Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. And now it's third down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the... And this is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
They'll try again with Bell. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. No success on first down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded near the back of the end zone.
Oh, my goodness.
And he's going to go out of bounds on the return. He won't even get this thing back to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half, Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Brady. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
On first down, Brady. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, 79 yards. And the Bucs are just an extra point away from grabbing the lead now. And this puts them on top by a penny. It's 14-13. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And right away, he'll look to throw. A screen to Bell. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Carlton Davis picks it. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
They'll take over.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
We're back now in KC. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the fourth. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Brady. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards, a first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Again, it's McCoy. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
To throw is Brady. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's good play. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
To Ronald Jones.
From 10 yards out as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
21.
Extra point put through by Succop. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
45, 15. All day, every day, any day. Hey, check my
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelce. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down.
The 24-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
He's back to throw. Forced out to his left. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. 3rd down here.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal.
At the 1-yard line.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Kelsey, the intended receiver there, but it'll be second and goal.
Leads to second and goal.
Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. Here comes Edwards-Helaire on the toss right. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
Third down and goal.
Third and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. To throw. And he gets in just in the nick of time, so they get the touchdown they need. Now they need a 2-point conversion to tie it.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
One final try from Mahomes. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And with time of factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field...
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go, you tighten up. Let's go, you tighten up.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On first down, it's Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
He's brought down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Bucs try it on fourth down to come up empty. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. Excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
What can Mahomes do now with his overtime drive? And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Dancing to his left. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That third down conversion good for 23.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. Levante David in on the tackle.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
2nd and 9. They'll run it with Bell. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Brought down back at the 29-yard line.
One overtime. How about 2? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that second overtime in just a moment. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8.